Hey, good morning to everybody. It's Daryl P, aka Artist in Recovery here. And my adrenaline is pumping this morning still. I got to fill you in on something very unexpected that happened this morning. These are the kind of things, I've been clean and sober for 20 years, and these are the kind of things that pop up that you kind of have, there's no way you could be prepared for stuff like this, but you have to try to be as prepared as possible for triggers that pop up. So what am I talking about? This morning, okay, I'll fill you in more, but occasionally, since adult material was a trigger for me, I didn't usually look at it until like the last maybe 5-10 years. It's become safe for me to kind of look at it. And there's just one site that I occasionally look at. I can't say the name of it, because before I actually put down the link to it and I got suspended for 7 days on this channel, I wasn't thinking. The site starts with chat. It's the first syllable, and the last syllable is bait. That's all I'll say. And it's a worldwide streaming app, adult material, people from all over the world streaming live as they're doing things. And I know this sounds crazy, but I like looking at different countries. I like looking at the bedrooms, the furniture, of course the women. But, you know, I'm amazed by different cultures and, you know, what different bedrooms look like and stuff like that. So it's not, for me, it's not just, you know, sex. I know that sounds like somebody saying, oh, I just read Playboy for the articles, but it's the truth. So this morning, I'm going through it. I just happened to pop it on before I'm going through the news feeds this morning to find something to talk about here in this video. And I thought I see somebody I recognize. And I go back and I click on it. And I'm like, no, that can't be. And it's a woman that I used to date. I actually dated her for a year. My adrenaline just started pounding. It just started flowing like crazy. I got almost scared when I saw it, and I can't explain why. So I'm going to be kind of vague. I don't want to identify her. If there's people that watch my channel that know me or went to school with me, and the last thing I want to do is identify this person or put them out there. So it's somebody I used to date years ago, and I came across, like I said, this live video. It was about 2 in the morning. That's when I get up. And I'm like, no, because it's not really showing her face. It's about up to here. And then I see the room, and she owned her own home. And I'm like, I know that room. I know that room. I've been in that room. And then I saw body modifications, let's just call them. And that cemented it. I was like, oh, there's no doubt. I dated this person. I haven't talked to her in, I think it's probably about 15 years. Last I heard, she was married. That was like 12 years ago, so I have no idea. I still have this adrenaline rush, this wicked, like almost scared. You know, I don't want to put her out there. I don't want to, put her business out there. But the big fear, and I can't explain this, is my sobriety. For some reason, it just makes me scared for my sobriety, that I should back off, that I should, let this go. I should walk away from it. So I figure I'm going to do this one video. I don't even know if I'm going to download this yet. I broke up with her. I went out with her for almost a year. And this is when I first got clean and sober. And it was a true love. I had known her from my teenage years. Thing was, though, is she didn't use drugs, but she drank. She drank every day. And like I said, I had just been clean and sober for a couple of years. So it was an ideal situation, to the point where I actually started going to the package store for her and buying like wine for her that night. I wouldn't drink it, but I'd buy it for her. And I knew that was wrong. I knew I was pushing my sobriety. And she also took prescribed benzos. They were prescribed. Looking back, she'd mixed them with alcohol, and I have no idea how many she was taking, even though they were prescribed. But I knew she acted differently every night. She was always in a good mood. And I'll be honest, the sex was insane. You know, so I think I kind of, closed my eyes to a lot of stuff I shouldn't have. And she had an ex-husband that was just way too much in the picture, and I ended up breaking up with her. And it was tough. She, I could tell it hurt her, and I started dating someone else. So that's what happened this morning. I see one of my ex on an adult site. I'd be lying if I didn't say that I found it pretty arousing this morning. Looking at her in this video. We did have a pretty crazy sex life, and now seeing this, and I think that's what the fear is. I know that I should just walk away from this and not even turn this streaming app on ever again. I feel like it's dangerous for me. I have no intention of trying to contact her or anything, but then again, I just don't know. What if I were to run into her? I'd probably act differently now. I'd probably be a little too friendly. There's a lot of things that worry me and scare me about this, about my sobriety. I'm still trying to sort it out. But what you think? I got another video coming up because I wasn't planning on making this video. Have a good Thursday.